Around this time last year, Daniel Hemric celebrated his first career win in NASCAR along with his first championship on the same night. And the perception around him was that this was the moment he needed. He finally got the monkey off his back. He got a checkered flag. Now the floodgates will open and he will just start racking up wins. Well, that obviously wasn't the case, unfortunately. Daniel Hemric made the decision to leave the team he won that championship with and would actually go on to win this year's championship in Joe Gibbs Racing, choosing to go over to Kaulig for opportunities in Cup, which was a fair decision, but one that unfortunately doesn't seem to have worked out to this point. In 2022, Hemric and fellow first-year Kaulig driver Landon Cassill struggled mightily compared to veteran teammate AJ Allmendinger, who absolutely obliterated them in terms of statistical performance. I want to talk about Daniel Hemric's 2022 season and how much stock we should put in it and how it affected his NASCAR future. Before I do, if y'all will please like the video and subscribe to the channel, it would mean a lot to me, and please follow me on TikTok at Tyler S. Calloway for daily NASCAR content. Hemric was announced alongside Cassill to return for the 2023 season for Kaulig, which I think is a good move on Hemric's part and Kaulig's part. I think Hemric still has something to prove, still has a championship caliber to him, and I think for Hemric, it was a good decision because he still has Cup aspirations, and Kaulig offers the best chance of getting there compared to other programs. He'll have a new teammate this year with Chandler Smith taking over the 16, which could be a positive or negative depending on how well he adjusts to the Xfinity Series and if Daniel can rebound after a bad year. I think that the biggest thing with Daniel is we need to try and understand why 2022 didn't turn out how he expected, and I think it's clear to me that for whatever reason, his move to Kaulig just did not translate well. A lot of times whenever you talk about a driver underperforming, the first person you turn to and point the finger at is the crew chief. And Kaulig did make a crew chief swap with Daniel Hemric and Landon Cassill swapping crew chiefs, and Daniel getting new crew chief Jason Trinchier. And prior to that swap, Hemric had 9 top 10s and an average finish of 16.5 on the season. After the swap, with 9 races to go in the season, he got 5 top 10s and his average finish jumped to 13.1. So possibly him and former crew chief Alec Yance just weren't a good match. I mean, after all, Daniel Hemric, he had an amazing 2018 season with RCR. He obviously had an amazing season with Joe Gibbs Racing last year, winning a championship. There's really no reason he should not be successful in Kaulig equipment. And there's no reason he shouldn't be contending for championships. Maybe Hemric is not a Cup-level talent, but he has proven he is a championship threat in the Xfinity Series, obviously. Kaulig Racing as a whole, I think, had a rough season with their expansion into Cup. It seems like the company maybe stretched itself too thin with its first year in Cup, and really, AJ Allmendinger was the only person in Cup or Xfinity that seemed to be able to get the most out of this equipment, and that's just, I think, because of AJ's natural abilities and his built-in chemistry with the team that probably gave him a better footing than a driver in his first year, like Daniel Hemric. But where does this leave Daniel Hemric's Cup aspirations? Well, if hopefully him and Jason Trinchier get off to a good start in 2023, I think he will still make it to Cup in the near future. Someday. No doubt, but will it be with Kaulig? I don't know. That's the thing. Maybe, but I think somebody will eventually get him a shot. With Kaulig, you don't know how long AJ's going to want to stay in that second car. You don't know if they're going to want to expand. You don't know what Chandler Smith's going to do. So there's just a lot of questions, but somebody will eventually give him a shot. I think that with a full offseason in the Kaulig shop, with a full season with Jason Trinchier as his new crew chief, I think we will see a rebound from Daniel Hemric. I think that his stats will pick up. I think we'll see a win next year, definitely playoff contention, and hopefully more. Maybe it won't be in dominating fashion, I don't believe, but we are going to see improvement and see him look more like what we saw in 2021. Hemric has overcame worse in his career, and his confidence has definitely taken bigger hits, so I'm not worried about him personally, but that's my prediction. What do you guys think? Do you expect Hemric to rebound in 2023? Tell me what you think in the comments, and I hope you all have a great day.